Hey there gamers, and welcome to another weekly Dreamlight Valley Breakdown. As of today, we are 1 week away from Dreamlight Valley's next major update. So of course, we have a lot to discuss. The biggest news by far would be the big update teaser that the Dreamlight Valley team posted on Monday. In today's video, we are going to be exploring this teaser and discussing some of these new changes, features, and content updates coming in Wonderland Wimsy. Now, after we touch on this exciting teaser video, we'll do our usual weekly breakdown stuff like check out the premium shop and dive into Dreamsnaps. We'll check our mail to see how we did on the recent Dreamsnap challenge. I'll reveal my submission to you guys here on YouTube, and then we'll explore this week's brand new Dreamsnap challenge. So I hope you're ready because we have a lot to talk about. Before we get started, I'd like to mention that I'm a small full-time content creator, so every like on this video can make a tremendous difference for me. Consider subscribing for more Disney Dreamlight Valley and gaming content. If you would like to catch more of my content, you can find me live on Twitch Monday through Friday. Links to both my Twitch channel and Discord server can be found in the video description down below. And with that out of the way, let's get started. As I mentioned in the intro, the big topic today is going to be the teaser that was released for Wonderland Wimsy, which showed us a lot of exciting new content, features, and other things coming to Dreamlight Valley. The footage you're about to see was recorded on Monday. I watched it live on stream, and then we had a lengthy discussion about everything we had seen. For your convenience, this has been trimmed down a lot and kind of condensed into a few minutes, so you don't have to spend all day hearing me discuss and pick apart the video. So yeah, first off, we are getting a new realm. That's very exciting. And we're getting both Alice and the Cheshire Cat. I cannot wait to dive into this realm. It looks really fun and funky. And I love how we can see some of these like animated flowers here. Like you can see that one kind of bobbing around. They do look like they have some movement to them, so that's cool. And some of these items within the realm are super unique and fun, so I'm expecting us to get a lot of these either in the STARPATH or in the Scrooge shop as well. I love that we're getting more stealth-based quests. I'm so glad they added this to the game because, you know, if you've been playing for a really long time, the quests can get a little repetitive, so new mechanics are a very welcome thing for me. I hope the devs continue to add some more gameplay mechanics like this to the game. Now, this appears to be Alice's house, I believe. Love the look of it. Love the pink and the white. You know, goes so good with the springtime elements, which is why they have it surrounded by these magnolias. It just blends in really well with those. And Alice's character model does look super cute. I'm wondering if the unbirthday thing is going to be like her level 10 quest, or maybe it'll be like a reward we get at the end of Alice's quest line, and we do a big photo pose there. Because, you know, a lot of new villagers we get, their level 10 quest ends up being a big photo opportunity with a bunch of other villagers, and I wouldn't be too surprised if that happened. Plus, really love this little outfit here. Now, on the topic of the Cheshire Cat, I really like the idea that we're not going to have immediate access to having the Cheshire Cat in the valley. Kind of takes me back to when we got Stitch. We got the update that brought Stitch to the game, but it was like a couple of weeks long of a process. The socks would appear and you would collect them, and there was a lot of speculation about who was going to arrive. A lot of people were thinking it was Stitch. It ended up being Stitch, but I do love the fact that we won't be getting both Alice and the Cheshire Cat immediately. We're going to get Alice and bring her into the valley first, and then we'll have some fun new quests rolling out for the Cheshire Cat over the coming weeks. And I really like that because I feel like it helps to lengthen our experience with the update. Let me know what you think. I know some people would rather get the characters right away, but I'm on board with these kind of like real-time quest sequences that they do. And it does look like Cheshire Cat's gonna be causing some pretty fun chaos around the valley, so I'm excited to see how that works. And I do like his tree too, that's pretty fun. Now here we get a look at some of the new decor, I guess the STARPATH stuff coming to the game. Is that what she's talking about here? Let me double check.
Friendship rewards.
Oh
Which
no,
brings
these
us
are
to our
friendship rewards.
fifth-of-a-kind friendship reward.
So here we get a look at some friendship rewards coming to the game. And some of this might also be STARPATH, I'm not sure, but right here, she was talking about friendship rewards when she showed this scene. So most of this could be friendship rewards. I do like these new lights. I really like the wacky style of the furniture here, super fun. And now we get into new improvements, one of my favorite things about this teaser. So first off, the uncrafting station is official here. I mean, we all knew it was coming from the April Fool's Day post/teaser. And when I made a video about it, I was talking about how it was going to work. And I did say, I feel like there's going to be some kind of cost associated. It could be Dreamlight, or it could be some kind of new currency they add to the game. And it turns out that it is Dreamlight. So we did call this. This is about what I was expecting. because if you think about the time bench crafter that we have that can deconstruct things, it requires mist to deconstruct things. So it was reasonable to me that this was going to require some Dreamlight to operate, so I'm not surprised at all by that. And it also looks like there's a little bit of a time lock on some of these, so as you start putting items in to get their resources back, you're gonna have to stage them and wait for the countdown to be complete, so you won't be able to just immediately deconstruct everything, but it's okay. You can always set things in there, and then at the end of your play session, when you come back, they'll be done. Still very happy to have this feature. Now, this is something I was not expecting or anticipating at all, but the ability to expand any storage in the game. What a cool and unique way to approach storage. I really like this. That way, if you have chests that you don't want to break down, instead, you can just invest Dreamlight into them to get these extra slots. So it looks like 1,500 for the next 2 rows, and then 8,500 for the final 2 rows. So very expensive here. I feel like it would be better just to craft the large storage chest at that point, but I still love that they've added this feature, simply because there might be a specific like small storage item that you want to utilize more or give more slots, or maybe you like the way a certain storage item looks, but it just doesn't fit enough. Now we have a fix for that, so very cool to see.
Lastly, set the perfect table with a new subgrid for furniture, allowing you to fill surfaces to the brim for the ultimate feast.
So I really like this idea as well. A new subgrid for furniture. So it looks like they've kind of condensed the squares, which is going to allow us to pack in a good bit more when setting tabletops or countertops, and I think that's something we really needed, because a lot of the times, a lot of the tabletops just didn't really have as much space as it looked like they did, and it's fun to use things like this for Dreamsnaps or just for your Valley builds in general, so any kind of rework to the tabletop system is fantastic.
Expect from our upcoming StarPath, Garden of Wimsy. This StarPath honors the spring season with dreamlike items inspired by Disney's Alice in Wonderland and Disney.
Really love the way the new StarPath items are looking. This fun and whimsical like nature vibe. You know, I always say this, I'm a huge fan of nature decor. And my favorite thing about the StarPaths are just, you know, getting the new decor. I can't wait to see the other variants, because I'm sure this StarPath, just like the others, is going to have a bonus section. I feel like we'll probably get a bonus version of this gazebo. Maybe the flower will be blue instead of pink. I'm not sure, but I can't wait to see exactly what they do with that. The new fountain looks great. I love this little mushroom table with the spider web draped over it, and these vine chairs are so nice. All I'm thinking about is how I can incorporate these things into some really fun nature builds, and I just can't wait to experiment with this stuff. Also really love this little wheelbarrow with the flowers, super cute there. And I wish I could see this at night, because if these flowers hanging here light up, and if these mushrooms light up, and these little flower bells light up, that's gonna be so pretty. I cannot wait to see how these look at nighttime. The new outfits are fun. This is definitely the one that was hinted in the emoji teaser they did. They had the Queen of Hearts, and like we were saying, it's most likely a Queen of Hearts outfit, so very fun there. Really like this one as well. But right here, I have to say, this is by far the most exciting thing in the entire video for me. Camera update features. This is a game changer. And like I was saying, you know, my favorite thing about the game is Dreamsnaps. It's what keeps me coming back week after week. I just love doing Dreamsnaps, and now that we have more control over the camera, this changes everything. I mean, look at this. Within the camera mode, we can alter time of day. We do not have to go to the menu to alter time of day anymore. We can alter depth of field, and what I'm guessing is that that's going to be the blur, because when you're in portrait mode, unless you're on Switch, the background will go blurry, and that gives you a blurry depth of field, so the further back, the more blur you have on it. And I believe that's what depth of field is going to do here. It's going to allow us to either have or not have that blur, and that is such a welcome change. Contrast sliders, saturation sliders, brightness sliders, this is huge. And this might not even show us all the changes coming to the camera. There could be more. And this right here is enough to get me excited. So I cannot wait to play with the camera after this update rolls out. That's probably gonna be the first thing I do on the update stream. I am dying to get into it. Now, lastly, something that may be a bit controversial, because I remember back in the day when Dreamlight Valley sent out a survey asking about Star Wars stuff in the game. I was for it. A lot of people I knew were for it. We were excited for the opportunity to have some cool Star Wars stuff in the game, like outfits or decor. And it looks like enough people wanted it to where they decided to make it happen, but they did make it get premium content, which makes it completely optional. So I don't know about you, but I am so excited for a lightsaber accessory. Like, this just makes my whole day. I was not expecting to see this, at least not right now. I thought Star Wars might come in the future, but we can see a new house right here. And then we see, you know, the lightsaber, we see the Jedi outfit. I mean, this is just so cool. Looks like Anakin's fit here. And who knows, we might be getting a lot more than just this. They do show R2-D2 as well. I am so thrilled for this, but, you know, moment of silence for everybody that said they would quit Dreamlight Valley if they added Star Wars. I guess this is where we part ways. No, I mean, it's completely optional. It's premium shop stuff, so if you don't want it, just don't get it. It's really that simple. I think saying a game would be ruined if it added Star Wars stuff is just kind of silly. That's my opinion. You can hate me for it if you want, but I think you're silly if you think that, honestly. Now, something I'd like to add about the new Star Wars stuff coming to the game is that I think it's very likely to be a signature bundle. It's been a little while since we received a signature bundle, with the last one being Ariel's Royal Bundle. And there's a few reasons why I think it's going to be a signature bundle. First off, every signature bundle we've received has come with a new house, and there is a new house with this Star Wars set. Secondly, as we're all aware, these Star Wars additions to the game have always been a tiny bit controversial, and with players either being very excited for Star Wars or not interested in it at all, I think it makes more sense for it to be a signature bundle. That way, players that aren't interested in Star Wars won't miss out on a week of new items being in the shop, because if every item that appears in the shop is a Star Wars item, people that aren't into Star Wars are going to have nothing new to pick up. And the last reason I think it's going to be a signature bundle is because of what they mentioned in the video. They said that we would have these items before May the 4th. And May the 4th is National Star Wars Day. It's, you know, May the 4th be with you. And the update releases on the 23rd. With only a couple of Wednesdays in between that timeline, they would have to jam-pack all of that new Star Wars stuff into the premium shop within the first couple of weeks of the update, which is just not likely. At least not in the featured premium shop set that we get here at the top. In order for all of this new Star Wars stuff to be available by May 4th, I think it is going to need to be a signature bundle that is rolled out the moment the update releases. Now, of course, these bundles are 4,000 moonstones, but they come with a lot of exciting stuff. I just felt that it was important to mention that in case you are excited for the Star Wars stuff. That way you can set aside some moonstones, because these signature bundles do cost around 4,000 moonstones. Personally, I really hope it is a signature bundle because they're really good value. I mean, a premium house alone usually runs you around 3,000 or 3,750 moonstones. Outfits run 1,750. Unique companions can cost up to 2,500. Accessories, 1,200. So if all of these Star Wars items are listed individually, it's going to be pretty moonstone intensive to pick them all up. And if I could get all of them for 4,000 moonstones, I will be very, very happy about that. So yeah, that's my guess. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Do you think it's going to be a signature bundle? And I don't know, by the time this video is posted, maybe they've already announced that. Maybe it's already well known. I haven't seen anything about it, but that's what I'm guessing based on the context of the video. Lastly, we do have our release date. Wonderland Wimsy will be coming out April 23rd. And there you have it. A lot of very, very exciting things in this teaser. I was telling my community over on Twitch that I was absolutely floored by the teaser. I didn't expect to be more excited for the Alice in Wonderland update than I was for the Aladdin and Jasmine update, mainly because Aladdin and Jasmine are some of my all-time favorite Disney characters. But with these camera adjustments, these quality of life features, the decrafting station, Star Wars stuff, a new realm, Alice, and the Cheshire Cat, I have to say I think I'm more excited about this update than almost any previous update. And to be fair, I think the biggest reason I'm excited, honestly, is the camera adjustments. Don't get me wrong, everything else is really exciting, but I have been dying for some camera updates for such a long time. I talk about it every week, and on April 23rd, I will be live the moment the update releases, and you better believe one of the first things we're going to do is thoroughly explore these camera changes. If you'd like to be part of that, just check the video description down below. You can find a link to my Twitch channel and my Discord server. We would love to see you on update day. And with that out of the way, let's take a look at this week's premium shop lineup. So this week, we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on the premium shop because there is only one new item. And of course, that would be the Honey Wand. It's a new handheld accessory and it costs 1,000 moonstones. My thoughts on it are, it's alright. It's cheap. It's 1,000 moonstones. I do think they should have released this alongside the honeybee stuff because I saw a lot of people doing honeybee dream snaps and it would have been really cool if they had this alongside all of those other items. I mean, at least they did finally give it to us, but it came multiple weeks after the rest of the stuff. Overall, it's nothing too special. There is no special animation attached to it like there is with the bubble wand or some of the other accessories. The honey does look really good, as you can see here in the footage. It's clearly reflective, but I think I would have liked it more if there was like a little honey drip coming off of it or something. But you can't expect too much for 1,000 moonstones. Is it worth getting? Well, it depends. I mean, if you really like using the honeybee costume, or if you think you could utilize this for dream snaps, I would say yes. But with so many exciting things coming to the premium shop, I don't blame you if you want to save your moonstones. Now, as far as returning items, we have a few of those. There's the training level bundle, which is from the lovely monster StarPath. One of the neatest things in here would be this door. The giant eyeball on the door kind of follows you around. Honestly, it's a little creepy, but it's supposed to be. And this bundle's only 1,200, so if you miss these items in the StarPath, super cheap. Also coming in at 1,200, we have the Monsters Inc. door outfit. Definitely a fun and unique outfit, but I think the best part of this little set would be the hair. This animated hair is super fun and funky, and we don't have that many animated hairstyles in the game. This next returning bundle, I think, is the best returning item in the premium shop this week. It is the Valentine clothing set, also part of the lovely monster StarPath. You get the lovely knitted cardigan, you get the crisscross your heart top, the braided floral updo, the pink bow tie and suspenders, and a new set of face paint. This stuff is so great to have around Valentine's Day because we always get romantic or Valentine snaps, and these are some of the best wardrobe options for challenges like that. So if there is one returning item this week in the shop that I think is a must-have, I would say it's this little bundle here. Honorable mentions, we do have a couple of returning items. The Lovebird Duo is 10% off, and the Kingdom of Corona Trio set is 20% off. My favorite thing about this little Corona set would be this wall clock. It only takes up 2 vertical squares on your wall, and I love having a lot of wall clocks for time-themed rooms. Like my whole Eternity Isle storage room is time-themed because it's the Rift in Time expansion, and I used so many of these clocks. I was really happy I picked up this bundle back when it came out, and at 20% off, it's cheaper than ever. With that, we've covered everything in the premium shop, so let's move on to Dream Snaps. Today, we're going to be checking my results for the Just Spring Things Dream Snap Challenge, and I feel like I did take a tiny bit of a risk here with this one. One of the bonus tags was Rapunzel, and Rapunzel seemed to be a big part of this challenge's theme. Now, for me, since it's just spring things, you guys know I am obsessed with Mulan and spring together. So what I did for my Dream Snap was I made a Mulan and Tangled kind of mashup. And since I have this big Mulan spring-themed valley, I could not pass up on the opportunity to do a Mulan-themed spring Dream Snap. So that's what I did. Let's see how it was received. Okay, and here we go. We got rank 1,488. We got our 4,000 moonstones. About what I was expecting. This is a pretty average rank for me. So let's pick these up and I'll share the Dream Snap with you. All right, and here it is. This is my Just Spring Thing submission. Like I said, I went with a very Eastern vibe, but I did mix some Tangled elements into it. We have the Tangled lanterns, we have that Tangled fountain, we have Rapunzel and Mulan featured in the background. But the overall theme is very Eastern. I have this wonderful little spring Hanfu, I have my watering can, and it's the Mulan theme tool set, which features this beautiful little magnolia petal on it. I really love the way this Dream Snap turned out. The Wandering Moon House on the left is my favorite premium house of all time. The Garden Temple we got from Storybook Veil on the right hand side is one of my favorite items from the Veil, and I just love the way everything ties in together. I've got some Vitalis lanterns just below the frame border, really brightening up these flowers here in the foreground. We have some fireflies scattered about to kind of amplify the magic, and throughout the photo we have a lot of different flowers because, you know, blooming flowers are a big part of spring. I used some luminescent flowers, birds of paradise, some poppies, and of course lots and and lots of magnolia petals. If you came across this snap and you liked it enough to vote for it, thank you very much. And with that, let's take a look at this week's brand new Dreamsnap challenge. This week's challenge is called Daisy's Fashion Runway. It states Daisy Duck needs your help decorating a magnificent runway for her next fashion show. Set the stage with exquisite decor and create the style showcase of your dreams. Mandatory tags are playful and delicate. Bonus tags are professional and familiar. Interesting challenge, pretty clear theme. I think this one's going to be a lot of fun to play with. We just had a runway challenge not too long ago. It was called Cupid's Runway, but it wasn't really as much of a runway challenge. It was more of a romance challenge in my opinion. And this one's completely catered towards a fashion runway. So I don't think we've ever had a challenge quite like this. Now, all the demo photos they have here appear to be indoors, but I don't know, I feel like I'd rather make my runway outdoors. That way I can include more villagers. If they would let us have some villagers inside more than just one, indoor dream snaps would be so much more viable, but it's such a headache. I usually have to make an outdoor room and have it appear as if it's inside. I don't know, maybe they'll change that in the future, but yeah, I just love using villagers for my dream snaps. Well, that is when they do what I want them to do. Of course, you could use mannequins and other things to get your point across, which appears to be something they're highlighting here in the photos. But I guess what I'm trying to say is this will work indoors and outdoors, wherever you want to build your runway. I've never really been into runways or fashion shows, but I do find fashion interesting and I love making cool outfits in this game. So I think I'll have fun with this, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to be like my favorite challenge, especially since we've had so many fun ones. I cannot wait to show you guys what I did for the Extravaganza Dream Snap. I'm so in love with it. With that, we've reached the end of today's video. Like I said in the beginning, there was a lot of fun and exciting stuff to talk about. I would love to hear your thoughts on the Wonderland Wimsy teaser and everything that was featured there. What are you most excited for concerning this next update? Do you have any reservations about the update? Is there anything you were hoping for that doesn't appear to be coming to the game? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found today's video helpful, informative, or simply entertaining, please do me a very big favor and press that like button. Also, consider subscribing for more Disney Dreamlight Valley and gaming content. Again, I will be live the moment Wonderland Wimsy drops, 9 AM Eastern Standard Time, April 23rd. We're going to be diving into the camera changes as well as the new realm and everything else we can possibly get into on day one. We would love to see you there. As always, thank you so much for your time today, and I hope you enjoy the future of Disney Dreamlight Valley.